The movie opens with Bailey, a young girl, sharing an intimate moment with an older friend practicing a dance move. Their playful interaction is cut short by the arrival of Bailey's father Bug, who enthusiastically tells her to hop on his scooter, promising a surprise at home. Bug is in a strangely jubilant mood, riding through the city streets with a bag he calls his cash cow, hinting at some illicit earnings. Back at their messy apartment, Bug excitedly announces to Bailey and his girlfriend Kylie that he and Kylie are getting married on Saturday. Kylie presents Bailey with a catsuit intended for her to wear as a bridesmaid, matching another character named Couchy. Bailey immediately dislikes the outfit and resists trying it on, leading to a tense confrontation with Bug. He becomes increasingly aggressive, demanding she try it on and physically forcing the outfit onto her. Bailey is clearly upset, feeling left out of the decision and questioning Bug's sudden financial stability, which he attributes to a drug tote. She expresses her disdain, telling him she hates him, while Kylie tries to de-escalate the situation. The scene shifts to a conversation between Kylie and Couchy, where they discuss Bug's eccentric behavior and his belief that the toad will finance the wedding. They express concerns about Kylie and her child moving in and the potential disruption to their lives. Meanwhile, Bailey is shown cutting her hair, much to the dismay of Hunter, another young girl who worries about Bug's reaction. Hunter admires Bailey's confidence and wishes she could be as sure of herself. Bug discovers Bailey's cut hair and reacts with explosive anger, accusing her of doing it on purpose and reminding her of his authority as her father. Their argument escalates, with Bailey defiant, pointing out that he did not ask her permission to get married. Bug threatens that she will be an ugly bridesmaid and reiterates that she will be at the wedding even if he has to drag her there. Later, Bug is seen planning an illicit business operation with Hunter and another boy named Kelvin. They intend to fuck him up bad for messing with Hunter's cousin, describing it as a vigilante act to help a kid. Bailey overhears this and tries to join them, but Bug dismisses her, telling her it's too dangerous and to go home. Despite his warnings, Bailey secretly follows them. The trio executes their plan, ambushing someone, but the arrival of the police forces them to flee. The night after the operation, Bug frantically calls Bailey, worried about her whereabouts. He's furious that she's out late, especially with the wedding approaching, and warns her not to ruin his week. He asks if she was with a boy clearly suspicious. Bailey encounters a mysterious young woman named Bird, who is also out early. Bird appears to be looking for someone who lives in a tall building by the river. Bailey offers to help her. Bird seems to recognize Bailey, remarking that she had a feeling they would meet again. She reveals her name and asks Bailey's, to which Bailey responds with evasiveness, feeling uncomfortable. Bird notes that Bailey seems proper weird for not having a phone. Their encounter is cut short as Bug's frantic calls continue. Bug finds Bailey and confronts her about her absence, accusing her of being with a boy. He grabs her, shouting and physically dragging her, eventually pushing her towards home. He grounds her until after the wedding, asserting that she will not ruin his plans. The movie ends with Bird's continued musing about the beautiful day, a stark contrast to the ugliness of Bailey's reality. Bailey and Bird observe a chaotic scene where a group of people discuss the effectiveness of music in controlling a mysterious toad that slimes. One person insists on playing cheese songs, while another argues that the toad slimes when it doesn't like something, suggesting playing shit songs. Hunter calls Bailey, who is distracted but picks up. Hunter expresses frustration with someone, saying they're making the world a better place one cunt at a time, and reveals he has another thing lined up involving a mother who tied her child up, resulting in a first-degree burn. Hunter invites Bailey to join them, and Bailey seems to consider it. Bird approaches Bailey, stating she had a feeling they would meet again, and asks what Bailey is doing there. Bird reveals she's trying to soak up the area as she comes from there but has little memory of it. She's looking for her family, her parents, but they don't seem to be there anymore. Bailey offers to take Bird to someone who used to live on the same floor as Bird's family, suggesting this person might help. Bird expresses that she was waiting to see what I should do next, and this meeting seems to be a sign. She tries to get Bailey's phone number, but Bailey doesn't have a phone, leading Bird to call her proper weird. They agree to meet tomorrow. The narrative briefly shifts to Bug, who is with his toad. He's checking its blue coloration and explaining that it takes 2 weeks for the toad to shed its skin, which he then throws away. He jokes about the size of the snake, mentioning Sinead's shed. Back at Bug's apartment, Kylie and Couchy are discussing their move-in plans with Bug. Bailey questions why she wasn't consulted, leading to another argument. Bug blames Bailey's recent haircut on spite, but Bailey stands her ground. Kylie offers to have her friend braid Bailey's hair for the wedding, a suggestion that Bailey dismisses, saying she won't go to the wedding anyway. Bug asserts that the toad will pay for everything, explaining that it slimes to sincere music. He then forces Bailey to sing Coldplay's Yellow to the toad, hoping it will produce more slime. Bailey reluctantly sings, and the toad indeed slimes, much to Bug's delight. Later, Bailey has a private conversation with Hunter, who appears to be pregnant. Hunter is shaking, overwhelmed by the situation and frustrated that she didn't realize or say anything earlier. She needs to talk to Bailey face to face urgently at the bus stop. She reveals her parents won't do anything. Bailey meets Hunter, who has clearly gone through something traumatic, evident by her bruised face, and is having cramps. Bailey offers her tampons and prescription pain relievers, advising her to only take one. She promises not to tell anyone. The next day, Bailey meets Pina and Keisha, who are now living with their mother and her new boyfriend Skate. Bird arrives and Bailey introduces her to Pina and Keisha. Pina asks where their mom is, and they say she's in bed with Skate. Bird tries to hug Lou, another child who seems distressed. Bailey's mom appears commenting on Bailey's haircut, assuming Bug made her do it, but Bailey insists she did it herself and is now in a gang. Bird's mother is dismissive of Bird, calling her the naughty one. Bird then attempts to find her family, asking her mother if she recognizes a photo of a boy. Her mother recalls a woman with dark hair and a lost boy who lived in Tyler House, confirming the boy disappeared and was never found. Bird believes this boy is her. Her mother also remembers a man, Fred Lamb, who she believes was the boy's father and moved to Leesdown. While they are talking, Bug walks in, angry about Bird being there. He becomes abusive again, threatening to smash someone's head in and telling Bird to get the fuck out of this house. The scene escalates as Bug verbally abuses Dave the dog, threatening to kill it for stinking. Bailey begins to film him, threatening to send the video to the police. Bug lunges at her, demanding the phone and threatening to slice her throat if she sends it. Bailey escapes, leaving Pina behind but promising to return. She frantically calls Hunter, who is unreachable. Later, Bailey meets Bird again. Bailey apologizes, feeling she may have disappointed Bird, but Bird reassures her. Bird admits she is used to sorting it, referring to difficult situations. She offers to take Bailey to Leesdown to find Fred, and Bailey agrees to go the next day. Bailey receives an urgent call from Hunter, who is near Moon's house. Hunter explains that Moon's parents have taken her phone and won't let him see her. He asks Bailey to go to Moon's door, pretend to be a friend, and give Moon a note, making sure her dad doesn't see it. Bailey deduces that Hunter knows about Moon's pregnancy. Hunter stresses the importance of not messing it up. Bailey successfully gets to Moon's door, where Moon's father is dismissive. Bailey holds up the note for Moon to see through the window, but Moon's father pulls her away. Hunter, watching from a distance, is frustrated, realizing Moon is running away to Scotland. The next day, Bug is still fuming about Hunter and Moon running away to Scotland on his wedding day, calling him a selfish prick. Bailey reminds him that Hunter is trying to save his baby. Bug is shocked to learn about the pregnancy, declaring he's not ready to be a granddad and vowing to wallop Hunter. They race to the train station, where Bug struggles to find the correct platform. They miss the train but then spot Hunter and Moon on another platform. Bug confronts them, initially angry, but then his anger softens as he acknowledges the baby and expresses his love for Hunter, saying he doesn't regret having him. Hunter reveals Moon didn't come with him and that her parents will make her get rid of the baby. Bug promises that no one is getting rid of anything and asserts his right to be involved. He tells Hunter he doesn't regret him and encourages him to stay. The Bug, stressed about his upcoming wedding, attempting to get his toad to produce hallucinogenic slime for cash. He argues with someone about the type of music the toad responds to, eventually deciding on sincere music after it reacts to Bailey singing Coldplay's Yellow. Meanwhile, Bailey gets a call from Hunter, who is going to Peyton's house with Ghost for a sordid plan, leaving Bailey concerned. She expresses her intention to take her younger siblings Pina, Keisha, and Lou somewhere for the day. The next morning, Bailey wakes the children to inform them that their dog Dave has been killed by Skate, their mother's new boyfriend. She quickly gathers them, deciding to take them to the beach. At the beach, they meet Bird. Bird, continuing her search for her family, encounters Fred, whom she believes is her biological father. Fred initially denies having a son, claiming his son died long ago. However, when Bird shows him a small carving of a bird, he recalls Kelly, a mad woman who loved birds with whom he had a son. He admits he left Kelly because she was impossible and thought his son was gone. He reveals that Kelly was last seen at the marshes and might have jumped into the river. This revelation deeply upsets Fred's current partner, who was unaware of his past. Later, the escalating violence at home continues. Bailey and Pina are attempting to sleep when Bug becomes aggressive, locking Bailey out of the house. A confrontation ensues between Bug and Bailey, then between Bug and Peyton, who attempts to intervene. The scene devolves into a violent struggle, with Bug seemingly overpowering everyone. The following day, Bailey is seen with her mother bearing visible bruises. Hunter calls, informing Bailey that he and Moon are running away to Scotland because Moon's parents do not want her to have the baby. Bailey, feeling a sense of responsibility, attempts to stop them. She informs Bug, who is furious, that Hunter is leaving on his wedding day, particularly upon learning about the baby. Bug, Bailey, and the children race to the train station. They narrowly miss Hunter and Moon's train but then spot them on another platform. Bug confronts Hunter, expressing his anger but also his profound love and pride, acknowledging the impending grandchild. Hunter reveals that Moon ultimately did not come with him and her parents still intend for her to get rid of the baby. Bug, however, vows that no one will get rid of anything, asserting his right to be involved. He tells Hunter that he doesn't regret having him and that he loves him, convincing Hunter to stay. The film concludes with Bug's wedding to Kylie. Bug, now seemingly embracing his role as a father and soon-to-be grandfather, plays dad music for his toad, claiming he now likes it. During the wedding ceremony, Bug and Kylie exchange vows, promising love, support, patience, respect, and faithfulness. The reception is lively, culminating in Bug performing a special dance for Kylie, a moment of unexpected joy and resolution amidst the family's turbulent journey. If you enjoy watching this video, then subscribe to Angel Recaps for the latest movies explanation.